This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview.
Well, joining us today is James Sheehan, the CEO, and Dan G, the co-founder of Priority AI, listed today on the London Stock Exchange into Alteration Earth, but the company name will change to Priority Intelligence Group with the ticker PR1. Well, thank you both for joining us today. Dan, first of all, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks, Mark. It's been a while since we spoke. How are you?
Yes, indeed. I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. And James, it's the first time we're speaking today. How are you doing?
Very well indeed. Thank you very much, Mark. Very nice to meet you.
Indeed. Well, thank you both very much for your time today. I mean, first of all, we did speak, Dan, a while ago on Priority AI. We will get a bit of a refresh on what the company's all about. But how's the listing gone? How are you feeling to get it over the line, first of all?
Yeah, no, it's been an interesting process. Obviously, really great day for all the team, for all the advisory team that have helped us get to here. But it's, I guess, the start of the journey for us. Kind of not the end. The hard work starts now. But yeah, really proud of all the team and all the staff. You know, we're a growing firm of 14, 15 now. So it's been an interesting journey over the last couple of years, and excited to see where it goes next.
Good. Well, let's get a bit of a refresh on what the company's all about. I know, of course, the last time we spoke, Dan, you introduced a company that the company uses custom language models to deliver efficient and tailored business insights and solutions. And it's offering a range of, providing SMEs with a range of growth and advisory services through platform-based SaaS model. But I mean, let's hear perhaps from James, first of all. James, give us the sort of elevator pitch, if you like, of what Priority AI is all about.
Thanks, Mark. So Priority AI aims to deliver professional growth services to SMEs that is both cost effective and efficient from a management point of view. And we call ourselves Priority because the priority of a lot of growth businesses, management teams change very frequently. I mean, they can go from concentrating on a capital raising or concentrating on getting accounts out or trying to build their community via social media. And all of these are areas in which most management teams will need support and help. And a lot of the time they get themselves locked into long-term 12-month contracts, paying quite substantial sums to agency suppliers. So with the emergence of artificial intelligence, our platform can allow those management teams to dip in and out of the service that they require at any point in time for a very cost-effective sum, and hopefully use AI for the manner that it's I think been designed for, to support people with their endeavours.
Okay. Can you give us some examples of some of the solutions that you can provide to companies?
Of course. So we can provide content creation for social media management, for argument's sake. We can currently provide support around corporate governance. So, for example, creating shareholder documentation. And we can create and deliver support in and around partnerships is another big growth area that we're concentrating on. So a number of areas that a company at any developing stage of the business can focus their time and attention on.
Okay, and the products are sort of they're market ready, they're ready to go. I know when we spoke last time, I was checking back, Dan, and you said there was a substantial waiting list for customers here, and you were sort of anticipating getting on the market. So are your products ready to go? You have customers sort of ready to engage with you?
Yeah, so we're at the next stage in our growth journey now. We started onboarding, as you're right, we had a waiting list of 700-800 customers back when we spoke, kind of in the middle of this year. We actually did a private financing round led by an institutional investor, Primoris, who also supported us in the IPO as well. Very grateful for that. That allowed us to get the product out to market. So we started onboarding our first customers around October, end of October this year. And we're onboarding customers every single week, working through that waiting list whilst adding on some new names and a really nice eclectic mix from small independent kind of one-man band, shall we say, all the way up to large international businesses. And the concept of the product is very much that we wanted to offer a service to every single SME in that 4.5 million space in the UK, whether they're large or small, and help them all on their journey to growth. So yeah, we're at a post-revenue stage now, onboarding customers, working with some customers, and taking on retainers actively at the moment.
Okay, excellent. Can you talk a little bit about the business model? You mentioned earlier, James, I don't think you said dynamic pricing model, but that's what I picked up on in terms of how people can use the platform and sort of dip in and dip out as they need. So what's the sort of business model? Can you talk about pricing, or indeed maybe if you can give sort of your vision, if you like, if you can't be specific at the moment, on perhaps what the next 6 months looks like?
So it's a SaaS platform solution, which means that we have a base case price model of £499 a month for you to join and use the platform as an SME. Now that allows you to use the basic services on the platform. We have a vision that AI and artificial intelligence will be used as a support mechanism for human beings and not as a replacement. So we say that we're AI driven and human delivered. And what we mean by that is we believe that there's always going to be the requirement for human support and human-based strategic knowledge and understanding of customers' expected outcomes. So from that perspective, you have your base case, £499, where you can use the technology to drive and deliver some of the outcomes that you're looking for. However, if you would like a bespoke service, you can use some of our professional human expertise to deliver the Priority Plus subscriptions, and that could be social media, that could be in any area that we provide you service.
Okay. And can you talk about at the moment where the business stands in terms of sort of numbers of customers? You say you are revenue generating, and indeed, I know it's difficult to make forward projections in a listed environment, but can you talk about what you'd like to achieve throughout the course of 2025, let's say?
So I can give you the numbers that we've got in our prospectus. That's probably as much as I can say. So we onboarded our first 19-20 customers towards the end of October, beginning of November, and we obviously want to onboard a lot more than that. The waiting list and the number of interested potential customers was over 500 when we started when we completed the IPO process. So we will be actively eating into those numbers on a monthly basis. We need to hit 100 customers to get to that sort of break-even point. So my expectation and desire is that we hit that number as quickly as possible.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much. That really does, I think, explain what the company is all about and indeed what you're sort of aiming towards there. Dan, I mean, in terms of what you want to achieve throughout the next course of the next 6 months, where's the focus of the company and the team?
I mean, it's a growing team, which is fantastic. You know, we started the journey off with James and I, and so we're now a team of 14, 15, with a great resource in sales, marketing, technology. I think everyone's focus is different. We've got kind of public markets focus as well now, which is obviously very important for us as capital markets people. We're very aware of, you know, what's good and what's bad in terms of kind of historically what we've seen. So communication is very important for us, and making sure that our stakeholders, both kind of old and new, have a good visibility of the business, of what we're doing, what we're trying to achieve. In terms of my role in kind of running the business, the operating company, very important to obviously, as James says, hit that profitability or that break-even point as soon as possible, get the sales team working efficiently and a kind of an autonomous sales funnel. So we've got a natural flow of customers, bringing some new product development in. So at the moment, we're working around that kind of that public relations, investor relations, social media with the spotlight. But we've also got, as James says, amplifying partnerships. We've got sandbox in governance, ventures in financing. So building out some of those features and offering further ways for us to monetize our users and add value to our users is very, very important. Whether that's by partnership or whether it's by adding new features onto the platform, that's going to be an interesting focus and gives us, I think, a great opportunity to kind of update the market as we build out into new areas.
Excellent. Well, thank you both very much for your time today, James Sheehan and Dan G from Priority Intelligence Group. Looking forward to following the developments as we head into the new year.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Really good to speak to you today.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.